We're going to get started as we typically have a full agenda, so there's chairs right up here in front for folks. We have a number of guests with us this morning that I'm certainly glad to have them here, and I think we have one or two that still may be arriving. So again, welcome. And before I get started, I just want to officially let you know that it is spring. And the reason that is, and there's logic behind it, is anytime the weather hits 30 degrees at 5 o'clock in the morning when I get up, because I'm like a farmer when it comes to the weather, because I do try to run at least 3 days a week outside, so I at least get some time outside. So it was 30 degrees this morning, so without question it's spring, and that means you can all have the necessary mental adjustment that you need. I realize that the calendar says it's in March, but it truly is not. On that note, the other short housekeeping thing that I would like to do is, because we do have a full agenda and a number of speakers this morning, if the agenda could be the lead-in for the introductions, and as remarks are concluded, if the person that's following that speaker would just go ahead and come up to the podium, we can get through our agenda this morning. So we have taken a look at a couple of different things, and in particular each year we attempt to define what we think the year looks like. And last year we talked about connections. We talked about how people access and find information and the importance of our role in making that convenient and in making that relevant. And certainly our statistics for 2009, which we will share with you towards the end of our presentation, have indicated that we are not only on the right track, but we've got the numbers to show it. So we made those connections last year, and we're headed in the right direction for this year as well, which is why this year we want to talk about growing our future and what that looks like. One of the things that we are positioned to do in this economy is certainly meet the challenges that we're facing. And it's a known fact that when economy is challenged like we are in the recession, that libraries are heavily used. We were positioned to accommodate that in 2009, and we're certainly positioned to do that in 2010 with the existing resources that we have. That is not said lightly. That means we will do it with the staff that we have. We will accomplish it with the financial resources that we have, and we will be able to sustain that. That, again, is not done lightly. That's not something that just showed up. That's something that has taken years of planning to accomplish. So for all of you, thank you, and as well as to the elected officials that are supporting us in that process and our liaison to do so. So that means that we're in a position to talk about growing our future as opposed to talk about how we survive it. Next slide. What we want to do, Terry and I and Jason have put together what we'd like to frame as the attitude we want to take into the year, the mechanisms to do so, and the kinds of things that are giving us the resources to make that happen. The best way that I know how to grow a future is when you have an investment in that future, a personal investment. So the framework that we want to talk about is the fostering of ownership. And we can all come at this from a number of perspectives of what ownership means. You can come at it from a paycheck. You can come at it from your coworkers. You can come at it as this is a job. You can come at it because story time and the love of literacy is really an important part to you and gets you up in the morning. You can be here because of community. Any of those things, other things, all of those things can bring about a personal investment and a fostering and ownership. It is, however, engagement that sustains that commitment. How you as individuals engage and how we engage with the community. So we've identified users' needs to lead the way, that everyone is a teacher, reinventing environments, and engaging our staff as the frameworks that foster ownership internally, as well as that make the necessary connections to our community. And one of those primary mechanisms that's already in place, and we've had some great successes with it, and it makes a difference in my life, and I hope that it's made a difference in yours, and I know that it's making a difference in the community, And that is the model that we have with our strategic plan that has put together staff work groups. So in addition to us talking about these things, we do have some things that we've been working on that are bringing about fostering ownership and the engagement.